And then what really gets me upset and what's really annoying that makes these people look so butthurt and childish is when they send their fanboys after these people that don't even like attack them directly. Just because they make a video game that user doesn't like, he feels he has to send his fanboys over to say a lot of bad shit, give it a lot of bad ratings, and yeah, just treat him like shit, even though he isn't even attacking them directly. When he's only sharing his opinion on a freaking video game. Okay, if you have a YouTube account, you can make any videos you want. You can make any kind. You can make video game reviews, and you can bash about stuff that people don't like, okay? If people cannot accept the reviews, then get the hell off of their channel. Stop watching the video. Why are you watching the video when it just pisses you off? Because they're talking about things in the video games that you don't like. I think I've already said this quite a bit. Get off their channel, or just one-star the video. There's no reason for such hateful comments like "you're a cocksucker," "your family sucks," "you suck," "you're fat," "you're skinny," "you're a pussy," and all this other shit. They don't need they don't need death threats and all this stuff. It's just stupid and childish over a video game, something that's not relevant to everyday life, pretty much. It's just entertainment. But yeah, those are pretty much what the little fish do. They listen to the big fish, and they swarm this guy because the big fish said so. And yeah, they spam him, they give him hate comments. Yeah, I already went over them, you know. Your family sucks, you're a cocksucker, you're fat, all this other unnecessary bullshit and immaturity. I would just once again say, I do not hate these people. I dislike what they're doing, but I'm sure to a certain extent they're always a good person, even just a little bit. I just think they need to grow up and stop getting so butthurt when someone bashes a video game or makes little itty-bitty mistakes. You shouldn't just assume that they're not a gamer, okay? At best, maybe a noob gamer. If their review sucks and they don't have any of their information wrong, they're a noob gamer. They don't do enough research and they don't play enough of the game. They're a noob gamer. They're not a gamer. I mean, whoops, but yeah, they're still a gamer. A person that's not a gamer is someone who doesn't play video games. That is a person that is not a gamer. But yeah, a person that makes a lot of mistakes in a review, doesn't really know anything, is a noob gamer, okay? Get it right. And I would say someone like the Irate Gamer is maybe moderate. He does make mistakes, but I think he has enough, but he knows enough information to get by usually. Except, of course, when it comes to hardcore gamers, because hardcore gamers will just nitpick Irate Gamer to death. But yeah, I know Irate Gamer makes mistakes, but he knows enough information to get by usually. Otherwise, he'd be getting 1s out of 5s all the time, but his average ratings are 3.5 to 4.5, and that's pretty good for how many haters he's got. But yeah, it's people like these that make me scared to do reviews, because I'm afraid if I make one itty-bitty little mistake, one of these video game extremists is just going to jump all over me and tell his fanboys to go after me and stuff over one little itty-bitty mistake. Yeah, it makes me scared to do video game reviews sometimes. But you know what? I'm going to keep doing them, and if these guys come after me, I'll just have to block them all, I guess. Or report them to YouTube if they get really out of hand. And that's probably what everyone else should do. If they come after you, just block them. They're the ones being assholes, and you haven't done anything, okay? It's not like we're saying fuck you to America or anything, or we're not taunting 9/11. It's nothing harmful. It's just our opinions on a video game, and nothing else. And here's the other thing too. Some of these video game extremists just assume that everybody knows all this knowledge off of their heads when it comes to them making video game reviews, and they assume that they've done no research at all. They just assume they always knew this knowledge. Well, I think that anyone who does a video game review just has to do a little bit of knowledge, unless you played the game 50 times. But everybody assumes that AVGN is just this guy who knows everything there is to know about video games. But in his open Anthony interview, he clearly said that he gets video games off eBay that he's never played before, and he says that he has to research them. So yeah, not everybody just knows this knowledge, okay? Some people have to do research. James the Nintendo nerd is not perfect. He is not God, okay? Even he has to even he has to do research on video games. And if you don't believe me, go watch his interview with Opie and Anthony. So yeah, to conclude this, okay, people that love video games, okay, I don't have a problem if you love video games, but don't jam your opinions down people's throats when they bash a game that you like, okay? Just either learn to accept their opinion. If you want to prove they're right, say something like, well, I don't think you played enough of this game. Maybe you should try playing later levels. There's better music and better gameplay later on. Why don't you just, if you don't like the fact that they're bashing a game, make your own review on that game that he's bashing, and tell people why it's good. But you don't have to like mention this guy in the video though. But yeah, if you're so worried about a game getting bad reputation from another guy, just make your own review and say why it's good, okay? So that the person does not believe the game is bad. Although, yeah, that is another thing too. Sometimes video game extremists think it's people's fault that people hate this game because they made a review on it. Well, I don't think it should be their fault, because it's the people that should decide whether to believe them or not. It's not like the video game reviewer is just forcing you to believe that the game is bad. ABGN said Nightmare on Elm Street sucks, and Irie Gamer and RMake21 said Jaws suck, but I still didn't let that stop me from trying those games out. I tried those games out, and yeah, they suck, but they're not as bad as I think those guys said about those games. The point is, you're growing up to make your own decisions on what games you like, despite someone bashing it or giving it praise. So yeah, if you don't like someone's review, just give it a 1 star. Just say, well, maybe you should try this or something. Try to give them constructive criticism. Don't talk to them with curses and insults, or just leave halfway through the video and never watch his videos again if you don't like them, if you can't learn to accept his opinion. Well, those are my final thoughts. Ozfied!